Welcome. I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this quick and easy little gift box with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. You'll be able to just click the links for the products that you would like to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. But I'm not really using any ink for this project. It is all based on die cutting and assembling. I used the Christmas pine cone dies and the pretty pillow box dies. These are both in the January to December 21 mini catalog, but they are both continuing over into the new year. I'm also using the craft paper pack. This is also continuing. I'm using some garden green cardstock and also these wonderful gems. These are the only thing that's going away, so you want to get these now if you can. If you can't get these, there are other gems that you could use instead. I'm using this beautiful gold shimmer ribbon, which is from the annual catalog. I'm using some of these gold holly leaves. These are retiring, but they will be brought back in next mini catalog that starts, I think, in July. So it'll be available for next Christmas projects. And you'll also want some mini dimensionals. So you should have a piece of garden green cardstock that's 1/4 of a sheet, so 5.5 by 4 1/4. I've already cut this out. I'm hoping that you can look at this and see that there's basically 3 sections. 1, 2, and 3. And I have used my paper snips to separate these out. They're really quite easy. You want to snip between those and those, and that frees that section. For this section, I snipped between there. I'm basically snipping close to the pine cones because we'll be covering up most of those, and I'm featuring just the greenery. And this is the toughest part right here. We're just going to maintain these branches here. And something is still, So that gives you 3 pieces pretty quickly and easily, and you can use any of these to make this project. I've already used the pretty pillow box die. And there's plenty to cut out these 2 pine cones that are also in that pine cone die. You'll have plenty of space. These pretty pillow box dies are pretty fun because this is one die. You will need the big Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. There is a little tag that would be cute for this project. And there are some little embellishments that you can add to this portion of the die, and these little flowers. But I just used the open pine cones from here and the pillow box itself. You are just going to crease all of the score lines. The score lines are already there for you with this pillow box dies. There's also some nice stitching here. And probably the hardest, but not hard part, is to crease these curved. I think you can see these curved score lines. These are a little bit tougher to crease because they do kind of rely on you curving this around. But if you curve it and pinch, and curve and pinch, Curve and pinch. If you focus on the ends, these little skinnier parts here, and the same is true on this side. So you're not going to be able to crease these with the bone folders. I'm going to go ahead and glue this pillow box die down. And I'm finding that the multi-purpose liquid glue is the quickest and easiest. And then I'm going to put just a line of glue this way. And we will be covering this up, so don't worry about that glue. I want to put my pine boughs down here. And then we're going to tie our bow around. And my directions, I said about 14 inches. I never cut the ribbon off until I've tied my bow. So I figure I want to have about this much for my tail and about that much for my loop and a little bit extra for the knot. And so I kind of mark that space here and wrap it around. And you have heard me talk about my third hand many, many times. I used to use an alligator clip from the hardware store, and those are very inexpensive. This is also fairly inexpensive. This is kind of a crafter's tweezers, and they stay pinched. So I'm finding those are perfect, and they've got a really small fine tip point on there, so it kind of stays out of the way of the bow. So I make one loop. This is going across. This ribbon is wanting to go up, so I'm going to keep going up and then around. Maybe the toughest part of this is pushing this loop through the hole. And so reaching through and grabbing that. Tie it tight, release the third hand, and then I like to pull my bows kind of small, and if you just hold down this part, it will keep it from sliding open. You want to keep that knot tight. And I'm finding my bows come out a lot better when I start out with allowing that, when I do that first wrap, to allow it to go the direction it wants to go. I do want to get my silicone mat out. And if you look at these pine cones, there are some thicker areas, and it's almost like they're in a line. So I'm drawing a line. The multi-purpose liquid glue does a really nice job of holding things down, and really you just need to hold it down. You don't need to glue every little corner of it. So if there is a larger side to this, I wanted to move my bow up to the top. Let me see if I can slide it up. It doesn't need to be all the way, but closer to the top. That's better. So I'm going to put my, if there is a larger side, I'm going to put my larger pine cone on the smaller side of the pine. Then these gold holly leaves also have a large and a small. And so and they have, I don't know if you can even see it. Oh yes, you can. They are actually embossed. So pretty. I'm using the mini dimensionals on the back of the holly leaves. And again, I'm looking at the larger one, and want to kind of beef up this one. So I'm putting the larger leaf in front of the smaller pine cone. It really will not matter, but I think it looks a little bit more balanced. I've used a lot of these gems. I love them. So if you push the take your pick tool on the gem and slide it. And then I'm just scattering these around. Using both of the colors, both of the sizes, trying to mix them up a little bit where they're going. Maybe one more up here. Okay. So I've decorated this while it's flat. To make it into a box, you just need to open it up and just make it almost into a tube and push. I usually start with the back one and push that in and then close it on the top, and that gives you a more finished edge on the front. And then you're going to want to fill this before you close the second one. And you can put all kinds of things in here. You can put some candy, you can put cash. It's not quite large enough for a gift card, I am sorry to say. I had a bingo party at my class a couple of weeks ago and we made these. And we also made these scissor charms. And these scissor charms can be used for scissors, or maybe put them on your purse to identify your purse from all the other black bags at the party, or maybe your keys. I use mine for my scissors, and so in a group I know which ones are mine. And they go really nicely into the pillow box. And so then just flip the back one and then the front one. And that's it. You can put these together really quickly for stocking stuffers, and I think you'll like it. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Also on my website, you can click Home near the top of the page to find lots of resources. Under Shop, you can find the products I offer to make crafting more convenient, how to get free products with my frequent shopper rewards, and a link to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Inspiration to scroll all my projects back to 2011, most with detailed directions and videos. Though the products in those older projects have been retired, you may find techniques, layouts, and color combinations to inspire you today. If you're new to stamping, you might want to take a look at the basics. You'll find out how to cut card bases and layers, and what's special about Stampin' Up!, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find tons of free resources such as catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, color tools, and much more. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for crafting. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or grow a business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on YouTube. Talk to you soon. Bye.